Hello everyone, it's Small Farmer 6710. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another model modification series episode. So today's episode, we're converting another machine. We're converting a John Deere 6920s Siku tractor to a John Deere 6420s. So quite looking forward to this one, how it'll turn out, and I'll explain more now. So here it is, guys. John Deere 6920s. So it's a Siku model, of course, and yeah, we're gonna be converting to a 6420s. So if any of you know, the 6920s is it's a 6-cylinder tractor. That means it's a bigger engine, and the 6420s is a 4-cylinder tractor, which is smaller engine. So that means it's gonna be a shorter bonnet. So this is mainly going to involve cutting a small piece about the size of my thumb here. Cut about that much off, and then put it back together. And I won't be just doing more than, I'll be doing a bit more. I'll be putting on new wheels, maybe a front weight, and maybe a sunroof as well, and maybe even fill in these doors here. So quite excited for this one. My uncle has a John Deere 6420s, and it's quite a nice tractor. It's on wide tyres, so I'd like to make it look at it maybe a bit like it. So yeah, it'd be quite nice. It's a lot nicer than the 6920s that's on the model farm on the umbilical system. So this is a brand new 6920s, and looking forward to it. So let's get into it, and I'll explain how I'll be cutting off this bonnet and the chassis. So guys, I just had a quick look around on it, and what I think I'm going to do now, I'm going to take off the front tyres anyway, which will allow it to be a lot more easier when I'm cutting the section off. So it'll also allow me to take off this front A-frame here as well, which I won't need. So yeah, quite used to taking apart the Siku models. They're actually quite the easiest model to take apart. And there's just these two screws here, and there's one at the front and one at the back, so not too hard at all. So yeah, quite handy. So guys, just after taking off the second screw and have the front axle just comes off relatively easy, and yeah, the undercarriage all came off relatively easy as well. So I'm gonna keep all this stuff, make sure I don't lose anything, guys, and I'm gonna put this back on anyway because I want to cut it all as the one piece. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this back on. Right guys, have it all marked out now. This is the line I'm gonna be cutting for the 6420. So I'm gonna cut the bonnet first and see what happens. Hopefully it'll all go well. If it doesn't go well, it'll be pretty much of a waste of a model. So I want it to go really well. So I'm a bit nervous as I kind of know what I'm doing, but at the same time I kind of hope and fingers crossed type of way that it'll go well. But anyways, I'm going to start cutting this line, and I'll keep you updated. Right guys, so as you seen, I took a few photos there of the process of cutting it and sizing it. Now as you see, the bonnet, I think the bonnet is the correct size, very accurate I think, and I don't have everything glued down at the moment. Now I hate using the hot glue for this type of job. I should be using super glue, but I used the super glue and just one stick. I had it on a clamp, so I did this clamp here, and had it in and just wouldn't stick. I don't know what it was. But anyway, I have the glue on here now, and hopefully it will work. There will be more than just the glue holding it in. There'll be screws and stuff. But anyways, the engine here, had to shorten the engine as well. Everything had to get shortened. So there, this engine will be screwed in. This here, that's where your your front axle goes. So that here, this will be going in. What's next? This here, the cab, will be going on top like that. And then the cab, that clicks on as usual like their Siku. And then there's your bonnet. So quite simple. I just need to get it all back together. Yeah, I'll be ordering some realistic or bigger tires and wheels for this tractor, so we'll give it a more of a better look, I suppose. I also plan on opening the sunroof on this, so just get a knife and see where that outline is. I'm just going to cut that and make it look like it's open. It'll be cool. And also at the start of the video I also said I'm going to add some doors to it, so and a pair of flashing lights wouldn't go astray either. But yeah guys, front weight as well, but I'll get going with what I have at the moment, and I'll keep updating you. Right guys, so as you seen, we finished off shortening the tractor. It's currently 2 weeks later. I haven't really touched on this project as I've been waiting on wheels to progress any further. So I got my wheels or tires now, and the 6920 is in 2 pieces. So there has been really much going on, but I got my crack wheel sizes from Richard O'Sullivan. Really nice man to deal with, and he threw me in a few other stuff as well, a straight pipe, a weight as well, so that weight will be going on the 6420. And I also got some set of New Holland T7 tires, which will be for a project later on, so we'll set that aside anyway. But the most important part here anyway at the moment are these tires that are from a McCormick MTX 175, which is that tractor right in the background there. Very smart looking tractor. But yeah, thanks to Richard, he had a spare set of tires, and as you see, they're the exact same size. But yeah, this will be going on the 6420. Just imagine it like that there. So I have it in 2 pieces, as to take off the front axle you need to kind of split the tractor and break the chassis in half, if you know what I mean. And I'd also like to share my story, what happened with this cab. So I was basically cutting the cab with this. This is the correct way to do it, I believe. Anyway, I don't have the disc tightened in at the moment, but I was cutting it here with the disc, and I think this part of the drill started heating up, and it started melting into the cab here, and I only noticed it until I finished cutting the cab off, which I now have the sunroof, you could call it. Anyway, I have this anyway, so yeah, and it just made a big burnt mark into the cab there. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I think I might try have a go at rescuing it with a bit of isopod, but if I can't, I'll have to see if I can source a replacement cab. But I was very, very annoyed over that, but I'll have to see what I can do to fix it. But anyways, more to the point now, we're gonna put on the McCormick tires. I'm going to paint them up first, as there's no point painting them when they're on the tractor. So I'm going to prepare them for the John Deere yellow paint, and then I'll get putting them onto the tractor. So I'm going to have to take off the tires using some hot water, and yeah, I might show you how to do that. So this is a trick how I take the tires off, or the wheels off model tires. So as you see, I already done one there, but I have my nice lovely New Holland It's Not Blue Won't Do mug, and I have a hot mug boiling water, so make sure it's fully boiled, and be careful you don't scald yourself or pour it onto yourself, so just be careful of that. And you'd roughly want to put it in for a minute anyway. It took long enough. It's Universal Hobbies wheels, so I'm kind of used to doing the Siku wheels. They're kind of a bit more flexible, but yeah. So just leave it in for a minute. So around a minute has passed, and we'll just carefully take it out. And yeah, it comes off handy enough. If it doesn't start coming off, you could crack the wheel, as it's Universal Hobby, so it could be a bit more delicate. So just be careful of that. And this came off quite easily, and there you go, simple as. So I'm going to do that with the rest of the tyres. I have the two smaller ones to do, the front ones to do, and then yeah, to be ready for paint. So I have all the tyres all primed, or the wheels. I got them primed and I got them all painted up, so I did. I'm just after finished putting the tyres onto the rims just there now. So I have my hot water set to a side there. So yeah, now is the step where I'm going to be putting the tyres back onto the tractor, and there's a method, I believe, to taking off the wheels here, so I'll have to investigate more into that. But for the moment, I'm going to do the back one first, which I either going to do with this bar here or this here. So I'm going to, if this one's not long enough, I'll just settle with this bar here. So yeah guys, quite excited as we're getting the proper size tyres onto the tractor, so I'll let you know how I get on. So a small trick I found, and actually Daniel was telling me about this. He's actually working on his 6920s, and he's fitting bigger tyres to his one. So there's this small little washer on the end of the Siku on these original wheels that come on the 6920s. And as you see, there's like this small thing that holds it on, kind of like a small washer, small nut or something like that. And basically what I do is I just clamp it into the vise, and I get a vice grip and I unscrew it. So that's the way I'm going to put on this back tyre at the moment, so it goes in nicely like that, and it should work quite well. So yeah, quite a helpful rather than just using a bar that might not even work that well. So that's the idea anyway guys, and hopefully that might help a few of you that are doing this conversion. Right guys, as you see, I have the wheels and the tyres on. It has come along quite good, very very good now, and very happy with it. There's a bit of a shall I say, like method to put on the front axle or the wheels, so I had to take off the washer, same system as the back, but the bar is a lot smaller than the actual hole of the wheel there, as you can see. So I kind of had to make up a bit of cardboard, act like a spacer. So yeah, and well, it works now. I think it's this wheel here that, yeah, I need to work on that. I need to make a bigger spacer. This weight, not 100% happy with it, as I think it sticks out a bit too far. So it doesn't look the worst though, but it's only hot glued on, so if I need to take it off, it's handy enough. So yeah, this here, the cab, that's what I'm going to be working on now. I need the eyes upon this here. So if you don't know, I'm not sure if I said it already, but I'll say it again. I was drilling this here, and with the bit of angle grinding disc on the drill, and the drill warmed up and I melted this here, so bit annoyed over that, but I'll have to move on. Also gonna fill in these doors here, so, and also I need to make some axle hubs for the side here. If I just grab John Deere 7430 there, as you see there's like a hub there, and there's no hub there, so I'll have to make up something like a bit of metal and I'll do that. But yeah guys, I'll update you as I go along. I'll update you with the cab, so looking quite well. So guys, I'm currently fixing the cab at the moment and it's coming on pretty good. It's coming on alright. So I have the Isopod on. I was going to film put it on, but my hands were a bit filthy, so they're a bit, I had Isopod on my hands, so I didn't want to dirty my phone up. But as you see on one side I have it sanded, and on the other side it's not sanded, so just goes to show how good of a job it kind of does. So me and my dad used it when we were restoring the tractor, and we just used it to fill in a few rust holes and stuff like that. It was quite handy. So yeah, I'm going to sand it off here, and I have my sunroof, and I also have my genuine, oh well, it's not genuine, it's Tractor 2-pack paint, John Deere paint, so hopefully it goes well on it, and I'll update you guys. So guys, I'm getting on well with the tractor at the moment. I have resurrected the cab. I'm pretty happy with it at the moment. There is the odd dent, but I think it's better than what it looked like beforehand. I'm going to make up a few bars or hydraulics, or yeah, the things that hold up the sunroof, so it'll look like it, add more realism to it. Oh, everything else is kind of good. I realised this tyre's on backwards, so I'm going to have to do that in the morning. So, but I have all the hubs on. I made some hubs up, hub caps. You see on that side there. And next things to do, I'm going to add the windows or the side doors in, as on the Siku John Deere 6920s there's no actual window or door on it, so I have to make one up. And also have to re-add on the wing mirrors, as when I sawed into the cutting into the roof they actually fell off. So that's how she's coming along guys. I'm really happy with it and it's progressing on very well. Right guys, I'm currently working a bit more on the cab, so I'm making up doors for the cab. As you know, the front doors, Siku don't have them on the front, so I'm currently making up a bit of, have the left hand door done. And basically what I'm using, the plastic that's on the cover of, or on the box of the model boxes, it can be any box really. This is a box I got when I bought a model, and the seller posted an old Reynolds box, so just using this at the moment, and have one side done. I'm going to do the other side, and should make it look a bit more better. So if anyone is wondering how to do it, that's my version of doing it. You can actually get types of, don't use super glue by the way, because it makes it a white print or outline. So I use a hot glue, but there is this really expensive glue you can use. I forget what it's called, but yeah, I'm using hot glue anyway, and it's working okay. Just be careful to not make a messy bubble like there, but it doesn't look the worst. So guys, it is the completion of the John Deere 6420s. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and it's very enjoyable to do. It took long enough, but it was really worthwhile in the end, and it didn't cost me too much. I think I calculated up. It cost me. It couldn't have cost me more than €40, so quite cheap for the model that it is at the moment. So um, yeah, it's not that the tires don't flow that great, but doesn't really bother me. The back ones turn quite good, but this one here is quite wobbly. The sunroof turned out quite well, but I also got the tyre here turned around as the tread was on the wrong way. The windows here, they're both sides, they're also filled in. The flashing lights, I got a pair of flashing lights off my Ford TW15, which have a project with that to do, so hence why I took them off. So that's pretty much it. Everywhere else, hopefully you enjoyed this conversion. Probably the biggest one yet, because it had so much to do with cutting the chassis, cutting the bonnet, shortening everything, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and maybe you want to do it yourself. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please like the video, and I hope to see you again in the next episode of the modification series. I'll leave a few photos for you, and bye for now.